So some of you may not know all our club officers and activity chairs, so I'll go through the list. And if you'll just wave and raise your hand and let people know who you are. I'm the Commodore. Dean Lenz is Vice Commodore. Where's Dean? Dean is over here. Secretary is Bill Davis. I haven't seen Bill. He's not. I don't think Bill is here. Oh, Adam. Sorry. Bill Evans. Sorry. Treasury membership is Brooke Borland. And if you want to join and pay your membership dues or any other kind of fees, see Brooke today. She can take payments. Scorer and webmaster is Larry Moreland in the maroon back in the back row. Social chair, who made the arrangements for today, is Steve Clark. Dinghy chair is Betsy Goetnick. And our past Commodore is Dave Ostrander, right here. So I want to welcome all sailors and all the new sailors. If you're a new sailor, I think I've seen some new faces. Please raise your hand. Let us know who you are. Any new sailors? Okay. What are your interests? Are you interested in dinghy sailing or keel boats or both? Flying Sky, okay. And you? Any? Okay. All right. Well, I will say, see me afterwards, and I'll give you my spiel on how to get involved with the club. We basically have 3 categories or 3 groups in the club. Dinghies, which race on Tuesday evenings. And then we have a new fleet of Flying Scots being formed by Ken Ross. Ken, where are you, everybody? Ken is our Flying Scot fleet captain, and I'm glad to say we have a fleet that's really growing. Seems like we'll have 5, maybe 6 boats this year. And then our 3rd category is keel boats. And keel boats typically race on Wednesday evenings. The starts are at 6:30. If you're interested in learning how to sail, we have partners. So we have Victoria Sailing, and Tibor here is the lead of that. So if you're interested in learning and improving your skills, see Tibor. He also owns Colorado Water Sports, which provides dinghies on Tuesday evenings. They rent them to us, and you're free to bring your own boats, but you can rent your dinghies from Colorado Water Sports. Also, I forgot to mention that with Victoria Sailing, you can rent their J22s through their Y-Buy program and race with the keel boats on Wednesday evenings. I think that captures it. As far as COVID for 2021, I think the board has decided at our last meeting, and things may change soon, but at our last meeting, we decided on a wait and see approach, at least through the beginning of May. So as far as burgers and drinks after our Wednesday night racing, we're probably gonna not do that for a couple of weeks to see what is allowed in Douglas County. Seems like anything was allowed. Is that right? So we're going to take another look at that in early May, and it may turn out that we will start to congregate. But for now, my recommendation is socially distance, 6 feet, and skippers. If you bring on crew that are not part of your family, just as like last year, you're going to be asked to certify the health of your crew, and there's a form online, so fill out the form for each season. So there's a form for the spring season, the summer season, and the fall season. It's a form to certify the health of you and your crew in your activities with the club. So we've been busy over the winter months. I thought I'd give a little bit of an update on what we've been doing. There's been some significant work being done in the social media area. Yes, we're recording. In the social media area, we have a subcommittee of people working on our Facebook content, and our website. So if you haven't been to our Facebook site or our website, go there when you have a chance. You should see some significant changes there. What we're trying to do is improve the design of the website, and we've actually added fleet pages. So each of the fleets has a page where you can add content. So there's one for the J-22 fleet, the Capri fleet, the Flying Scots, and the PHRF, and maybe also for the dinghies. So it's there available for you to upload content on the fleet pages. You're asked to write articles of any interest. So I've written 2 articles so far. And again, the idea is to try to drum up interest in sailing here in Chatfield. And one way to do that is to bring people to your site. And if you have interesting content, I think that'll bring it here. So if you have the skills to write, please offer your articles up. The people that will take that information are Dean Lenz here, our Vice Commodore, and Larry Moreland. So just shoot that information to them and they'll get it up on the site. We've been working on the race committee boat, and we've upgraded quite a few things on the existing boat, realizing that we're going to probably have to keep it for another several years. So we've added port and starboard bow bumpers. We've added a swim ladder off the aft pontoon. We've added new skins with some difficulty the other weekend. The skins are the metal things that go around the perimeter of the boat. We've worked on the ignition switch, so hopefully that'll function properly. And currently we're moving the battery from the back deck to underneath the console. So there has been some work going on in the committee boat, and we think it'll actually function pretty well.
Yeah, the boat looks really good. Thanks, Dean, for all the hard work. And my dad and Jerry and Trey here and his son have put many hours into making the pontoon boat a lot more safe, functional. Looks a little bit better too. So thank you guys for that.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. And the third area where we've done some work is for our dinghy sailors. Previous to this year, after the Chatfield redesign, the park asked us, our dinghy sailors, to launch off the boat ramp and park in the parking lot by the ramp. And that wasn't really ideal for our dinghy sailors because they have to contend with all the other people launching off the ramp. Plus they have to sail around the peninsula to get to the Roxborough Cove. So we petitioned the state park staff and asked for permission on Tuesday evenings only to park in the Roxborough #2 lot or the Plum Creek lot. So we have permission for anyone sailing dinghies with us that are bringing dinghies from the outside that are not renting towpath dinghies from Colorado Water Sport. If you're bringing a dinghy on a trailer or you're carb topping it, you can bring it to one of those 2 parking lots, parallel park, and bring your boat down to the water's edge using a dolly that we just acquired. And hopefully that'll make it easy for people bringing dinghies from the outside that want to sail with us. Yes? I believe we do, yeah. I think we do. So I know it's a pain, but you might have to go through A&S inspection, do a U-turn and come out and drive out and find the road to Roxborough 2 Cove parking lot, and then you can launch from there. But the other stipulation is, and Betsy, you need to get with your dinghy people and make sure this is clear. One of the stipulations is, as you're offloading your boat from your trailer, you need to have one person present with the car and trailer, and your flashers need to be on. After that, you can parallel park and proceed to rig and launch your boat. I just want to remind everyone that we do have a capital campaign ongoing for a new race committee vote. Currently, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, we've raised close to $1,900, plus or minus. But the goal is by May to have, our intermediate goal was to have raised $3,000 to $5,000 by, let's say, midsummer. And the long-term goal is to raise something in the vicinity of $10,000 to $12,000 if we're going to buy a new pontoon boat or an equivalent type of boat to serve as race committee. So the way to contribute to that capital campaign, you can do it online. Just go to the upper left-hand corner and click on it, and you'll find a place where you can donate, and you can do it as part of your membership payments as well.
Send me a check payable to CSYC.
Okay, and just want to bring to everyone's attention, we're in a new rules cycle. So if you're a member of US Sailing, you will have gotten a new rule book. And in the interim, we've gone out and got some a pamphlet called Abbreviated Rules for the next 4-year cycle. Brooke and Betsy are selling them for $3. It's a 19-page pamphlet, and it basically covers all the rules that you need to know in layman terms. Okay. And finally, just reminding everybody, we have a swap meet after this meeting, and that means that if you have any leftover sailing gear, I know this winter I was tripping over gear in my garage, and my wife finally said you need to get rid of it. So in the back of my truck right here, I've got a bunch of gear that's for sale, and you might want to consider donating the proceeds to the club. But I have a pretty sweet outboard motor rack, and I have some sailing boots. So I have some pretty nice stuff that I'm willing to sell for dollars for dollars basically. $1. Okay, that's all I have. Any questions so far from me? Okay, and now, do we want to go to Trey first? Because Mike. Okay, so the next two topics are race committee operations. Michael is our race committee chair, and he's going to go over the operations, and then Trey is going to follow up with safety.